Hello friend, this is Ryan Hicks of the resellermindset.com, and for this Reseller Friday I want to talk to you about answering your questions. I've made over 100 of these videos, Reseller Friday videos, and I've dealt with a wide variety of subjects, but I'm on a different level as far as my reselling goes, where things are kind of on autopilot. I have systems in place and things just run smoothly and efficiently, so I don't know what most people are going through in their daily reselling business. And I should explain that I sell on sites like eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, Etsy, and Amazon as well, not including websites for the businesses as well. So I have a lot of experience with a lot of platforms and a lot of success on these platforms. And so I want you to know that I'm here for you. If you have a question, feel free to ask. I don't care if it's the dumbest question. Now, obviously, in the old forum days, people would ask a question on a forum that was answered already 1,000 times in the forum. People would not like that. Obviously, do your research at first, but if you don't know the answer, because it can be very hard sometimes if you don't even know exactly what to ask, so you can go search and ask AI and stuff and not really get the right answer because you don't know exactly what you need to be asking. And sometimes that knowledge only comes when you actually get out there and do it. But feel free to ask me any questions you have about reselling. I want to be a blessing for you. I want to help you. I make this content not to make any money, but to help you and to bless people. Because I know when I first got started in reselling, I didn't have anybody. I didn't know anybody that resold. It was kind of looked down upon then, but most people didn't even know what it was. We're in a very different age today, but when I first got started doing it, there was nothing out there. And years later, these things called meetups arrived, and people would have eBay meetups. And I would go and I would talk to people, as many as I could, and just ask them questions and figure out what they're doing and how they're sourcing and just all kinds of things to learn as much as I could. Some people were not very helpful, but many people were very helpful. And I always appreciated that because I didn't know and I didn't have people to go to ask. So when I had these eBay meetups over in Dallas, we meet at this restaurant, and sometimes there'd be 100 people, but I met some really good people who really knew a lot and were doing well. Now, I look back on it now and I realize those people were just kind of at entry level, but because I was so new and didn't know very much at all, it seemed like they knew a lot to me, and I was appreciative for the information they did give me. But today, and this is one of the reasons why I make these Reseller Friday videos, so many people just want to sell you something. They got this affiliate link they want you to click, and I have affiliate links in my description. You can click on the things that I use in my business each and every day and buy them if you want. It doesn't cost you any more. But that's not why I make the videos. That's just a response because people ask, well, what do you use for tape? What do you use for this? What do you use for label printers? And people want to know, and so I put all the information in the description. But I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm not here to sell you a course or, oh, buy my coaching. And I have coaching. I mainly deal with business executives and people who are already doing very well. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to bless you. I want to be that person for you that if you have a question, you can ask, and I have good information available for you. I don't want you to feel like you're alone, because reselling is one of those things where it can be a lonely occupation, because unless you have employees, which most resellers do not, sometimes they work with family members or their spouse, but oftentimes people are alone. They're doing it by themselves. They don't have anyone to really bounce ideas off of. And a lot of the people who are on social media making videos are more content creator, quote unquote resellers, than actually resellers, meaning they only resell for content to put on their social media accounts and to monetize and make money from. They're not really resellers. And those people tend to give terrible advice. And then there's others who maybe do all right as resellers and they make content as well, but they're so stuck in one mode, like, oh, reselling's bad, you need to do private labeling or whatever. As if that wasn't a fad 10 years ago. Most of us have already done private labeling over and over again. Some of us have built businesses from a private label and have done very well with it. But it's amazing how people get stuck in these little holes where they put themselves in, unable to think outside of their little preconceived notions. I just want to reiterate to you that reselling is one of the greatest businesses we have available to us. It is a blessing. It's so easy to get started, so simple. Yes, there's things you got to learn, you got to work, you got to put in the effort, but it's a beautiful business because it directly rewards you for the amount of effort you put in. You could go work some job somewhere, put in double the effort you normally would, and get the same paycheck at the end of the week. But with reselling, if you doubled your effort, you're probably going to double your results. Maybe not immediately, of course, but you're going to start noticing some differences in your sales and your profit. I just want to reiterate the point that I want to be a blessing for you. I want to help you. If you have questions, leave them below. I'm happy to answer them for you. I'll make a video. If it's something that needs a little bit more detail than a comment can suffice, I'm here to be a blessing for you. And I want you to become a successful reseller. I don't want you to end up in the lot with all the rest of these resellers who've come and gone over the years. You can go search social media and see reseller accounts that are dead. They haven't posted videos in years, or they post sporadically, or they're posting something completely different from reselling now because their reselling business failed. I've seen husband and wife couples come and go as resellers. I've seen them blow up and do really well and then fade away as quickly as they came up. I don't want you to be that way. I want you to be an awesome success. I want you to be profitable in your reselling business. I don't want this just to be a hobby for you. I want this to be something that makes you good profit, whatever good is for you. I'm not here to put pressure on you you got to sell $1 million a year or else you're not a real reseller. Nothing like that. But I want you to do your all. I want you to be the most successful you can possibly be. And you can't do that listening to so many of these people I hear who are just here to sell you some course or here to sell you some way of doing it they think is better than everybody else. Meanwhile, have they sold 7 figures in a year? Probably not. Many of them haven't sold even 6 figures in a year. You can be a great success in this business, and I want to be here to help you and encourage you along that road. So I pray this was a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.